Welcome traders, and in this video we're going to be looking at Alex's account and how he passed his evaluation program.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the call, and yeah, I just wanted to find out a little bit about your trading and just take things from there, really, because obviously you've passed your evaluation for a little while now. And just wanted to find out a little bit more background about yourself, and also just find out what your intentions are with scaling through the accounts, and if we can iron any mistakes or problems out. But we'll have a look through the performance real quick, and if it's okay, I can ask you a couple of questions.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, so just give me a brief overview of firstly, where are you trading from and how long have you been in the market?
I've been in the market for approximately 2 years now.
Okay.
And presently in Canada, but based in UK.
Right.
And so I've been trading from Canada at the moment, but be back in the UK next year.
Right, okay.
New year. Yeah. So yeah, I've been trading, and I managed to pass the evaluation, but I've started having some concerns whereby one of your colleagues whom I spoke to was telling me about, I have the way I trade, and that same way I used to pass the evaluation, he started telling me, oh, it's not a good chance, it's not a good trading styles or something, because he thinks that my risk to reward is quite small.
Okay. We'll have a look at it now. So here's your level one, your phase one on the current valuation, which you passed. If we have a look at the statistics, so 72 trades. Yeah, so what he probably was referring to here is the best profit to the biggest loss. Obviously, the biggest loss is slightly bigger than the best profit in this case. But you still managed to maintain a profit factor above 6, which is really good. Obviously, that just basically means that there's so many more winning trades, only 11% losing. Let's take a look at the symbols. So you do trade a lot of different pairs. So is it mostly Forex you've been involved with?
Yes, mostly Forex, but indices, they're not. There's other commodities, they're not really my favorites.
Right.
But,
okay.
It depends on what I'm looking at the time. If I'm looking at Forex and it's okay, I just want to focus on Forex, But sometimes when the Forex is not, the pairs are not so good, I try to look at indices. Is there anything I could take, from it? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
What I was going to say was so I've already been through a lot of your results. So if we look at take a look at the the phase 2 account, which I think has shown much more consistency and better results. If you have a look at some of the trades, the trades here, it's a lot more precise when it comes to actually placing in your stop losses and take profits. Which I noticed a couple of occasions on the phase 1 account, it was slipping, or you wasn't actually perhaps placing the stop loss. So would you say, if you have you got a trading plan that you follow, or routine, how you find a trading setup?
Yes, because when we discussed about the phase 1, he said to me, there's a bit of inconsistencies, and I said, well, when I got the account on the day, I took a couple of trades. It's not because I cannot go on to take 10 trades, but I don't want to run into losses. So I look at, if it's just one trade that is good for the day, I go for it, than trying to take so much of the trades. Okay. So he told me that, and I said, okay, that's fine. I'll look at it and I'll work on it. So after that level 1, I start working on some of our discussions we had, I had with Daniel. So try to improve my trade and the lot size, and
Well, so, even on here on the level 2, on the phase 2, We can see here biggest profit just over 1,000, and then the biggest loss was only just under 500. So that's the kind of performance that we want to see. Although even here, the profit factor again 12, which is seriously good number in terms of winning trades. It's not that I don't think I've seen another trader do this on the evaluation, especially winning trades at 96%.
Wow.
So, you know, obviously the amount of trades that you're actually winning is so significant. So would you say when you're looking for a trade, is it more looking at the charts or technical analysis, or is it fundamental news? How do you go about finding?
I look at the charts, because sometimes the news won't come when you're there and you can't sit on the news waiting.
Yeah.
But I'm mindful of the non-MPF day. And other than that, I do look at some of the news, but you know, sometimes you might be sleeping and the news is there, you know. So, but mostly I look at the chart and see what the chart is saying, and just follow the trends, you know. But again, it's not 100%, you know, following the trend, because sometimes you might see the trend is going up and all of a sudden it's gone too bad, you know. But as much as I can, I try to follow the trend and, you know, listen to news if there is any, because I've got a colleague I trade with also. So when we discuss trade and we discuss what's going on today and so on, we tend to look at what can affect the market and try to, you know, avoid those pairs or just keep an eye, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, in terms of technical analysis, is it do you use like many indicators, or do you look for like, do you use trend lines, support, resistance? Is it just all the basics, or do you have like a sort of set routine of how you break down a chart in terms of like time frames? Do you look at the higher time frames or the lower time frames?
I do look at all the time frame, also daily time frames, you know, because sometimes on the daily time frame it's telling you a buy. On the lower time frame, it could be telling you a sell. Then look at the 4 hours, it's telling you a buy. So automatically you'll be thinking, oh, this could be a good buy, you know. Then again, because I have an indicator which I work with, it draws the line for me automatically and tell me where the market is going.
Right. Okay.
I have up to 2 indicators which I use to make comparison. And once I'm happy, if both are saying the same thing, then most likely I should be on my way.
Yeah. Just basically trade within that trend and continue in that direction. What you've seen on the charts. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's overall just general wrap up. Obviously you have got a winning strategy here, obviously, because you've passed both phases, especially this phase 2. The count is so significant in the amount of winning trades, etc. It is really good to look at. I think the only pointers which I kind of had really is that so all of these trades here, they're kind of like, it's great that you're using same lot sizes and, you know, same volume that meets the consistency rule. But like, do you just sort of have a capped amount of lot size and you just use that same lot size? Or, because for me as a trader, like if I'm looking at the chart, an individual position will be different depending on how much risk and how many pips perhaps you're risking on that trade, which will then determine the lot size. So for example, you know, I might use a 1 lot, but then the next trade might be a 1.11 lot, you know. So how do you go about allocating like the lots onto the trades? Is it just
I just use a 1 lot size because I try to avoid the fact that if it goes bad, then you're not losing too much. Because if I do a 1 lot size on a 50 pip drawdown, then I'm approximately looking at about 500 on a loss. But if I do a 2 and 50 pip, then you're looking about almost 1,000. So, you know, I try to balance it up in the sense that I don't want to run into too many losses that will put me on a risk, because I noticed after my evaluation, then I start trading on the live account. Then I start struggling with the live account, because he was saying to me, "Oh, you need to, your risk to reward is a bit it's like 1-on-1, or 1 to less, less
Yeah.
one."
I know. Yeah.
So, and I said to him, "Well, that's how I trade, because I know sometimes I just want to get that risk reward, because I know it's not going to come that far. But then the traders are looking at where everybody's putting their stop loss, and they want to go back and take off everybody and start going up again. So I put mine down a little bit. Then once I get into a little bit of profit, 20, 30 pips, that's enough. I'm out. By the time I do that on 3, 4 trades, 5 trades,
Yeah,
I
it's an
think
interesting style. I mean,
I'm good, because I try to scalp as much as I can, not trying to hit so many targets until I have that conviction that this is going to be a long buy or a long sell. Then I could just let the trade run. But
yeah, I can
sometimes,
tell that. Yeah.
some of my losses are wins, But then I just said, okay, let me let it run a bit. And bang, before you turn is into loss. And sometimes I said, okay, I've got a little bit of 20 pips above. Let me move my stop loss into profit. And before you know it, they come back and take you out, But all those I'm still looking at and trying to see how I could avoid, things like that.
Well, I mean, for looking at your results, you've been able to avoid quite a few losses. Here, it's pages and pages of like green profit, which is great. But obviously, what my colleagues probably told you is about the risk to reward ratio is correct. You do want to be obviously keeping the losing trades small, and then eventually let the winning trades be a bigger number. Basically, what we can see here on the your statistics, the best profit is much bigger than the biggest loss. So you obviously you obviously know how to find a winning trade, or at least hold a winning trade. I know that you're only looking for the 10, 20 pips. It's more about short term, getting in and out of the market very quickly. And if that system works for you, then you continue to do what you do and just refine it along the way. Keep trying to improve yourself, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna go through all the trading levels. So obviously, you're on a live fund now, and you're at the stage where
I want to focus, keep my focus, and continue to do what I'm doing.
As long as you keep doing what you've been doing, and like you say, be patient, step away from the computer when there's no trades or you've taken a losing trade, then I'm sure you'll get to the next trading level 3 and beyond.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover, Alex, for now?
No, I'm fine at the moment.
All right. Well, take care for now, Alex, and thank you for your time.
And yourself. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.